Great news! Alex Vincent, the Andy Barkley, is back. Bad news, fucking internet is divided on his newest movie. Of Chucky. The seventh installment in the long-running Child's Play / Chucky franchise. The plot. Nika, played yet again by Fiona Dourif, Brad Dourif's daughter, is locked up in the loony bin but is soon transferred to a more laid-back facility due to her amazing progress. So-called. Her doctor, Foley, played by Michael Thurloot, has convinced her that she has murdered her family, and that Chucky isn't really alive. Bastard! But we know better. We've seen the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth movie. The less you know about this movie going into it, the better. Don Mancini returns to write and direct. He has written all the Child's Play movies and even directed the 3 latest ones. While Seed of Chucky was fun but a little too self-aware and over the top, and while Curse of Chucky is a return to the horror roots of the first 2 movies, 3 maybe, this installment is like a combination of both movies and it works oh so well. I've always loved the Chuckster and his franchise, for a few reasons. One is the fact that it never derails from the original story too much, and it all connects quite nicely. Another is that it has returning characters in more than 3 installments. That can't be said about Friday the 13th, Hellraiser, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchises. Unless you're talking about the killers themselves. But enough about the continuity, let's talk about the movie. As I've mentioned before, I get a cool Ron Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings vibe from this film. Not only that, but there's this Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed quality to it that feels more like Cult of Chucky, probably even more so than the 4th Ron Turn movie. There's this actress, Ali Tatarin, from Ron Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings and Cult of Chucky. She plays nurse in this movie. The whole winter in a hospital setting is always awesome. As is Chucky's appearance in this installment. In Curse of Chucky, he doesn't look his best. However, there's this shocking revelation in that movie that kind of showcases why he looked like that. Here, he looks like he did in Child's Play 3, in my opinion. He also moves and sounds like a toy when walking. Brad Dourif, Fiona Dourif's father, always nails it as Chucky, and he does a great job here, as does his daughter. Fiona is a great actress who can pull off multiple layers of depth for her character of Nika. The characters are superb, each with their own quirk. Multiple Malcolm is awesome, if not a bit too delusional. Also, Madeline is pretty messed up. Alex Vincent does return, but doesn't quite make the full comeback we are all expecting. However, the opening scene is great and could have led to an awesome subplot, or even story all its own. What we got was still great, though. Jennifer Tilly has a small role, but is still great as always. The cinematography and camera work make for some beautiful shots. Some breathtaking, some breath-sucking, but that depends on how brutal it gets. Speaking of the brutal nature of this film, the gore, the effects, this film is nasty. It's mean-spirited, putrid, and I fucking loved it. Bloody drillings and stabbings, graphic head stomping, a gushy decapitation, gory gut spilling via broken bottle slice, a brutal oral spine rip, I think, and more. This is honestly the goriest Child's Play movie yet, in my opinion. The musical score, Joseph LaDuca, from the Evil Dead franchise, Curse of Chucky, and some other great ones, does great work here. Much like Curse of Chucky, it sometimes borrows elements from Suspiria's main theme. The homage is amazing and simply terrifying. It's playful and dark. Honestly, this is just an awesome, over-the-top, fun thrill ride. It connects to the stories and it delivers the goods. Sometimes. times it may go a bit too over the top, and some aspects I can see people truly hating. However, I feel this Chucky coaster is going to keep going strong. As long as Mancini is writing, directing, I can only see great things for this franchise. It does divide a lot of fans like crazy. One half hates it, one half loves it. I am somewhere in the middle, with a much closer side to loving it. Don't expect the next Child's Play, or even Child's Play 2 for that matter. Just sit back and enjoy the mayhem. Well, overall, I give Cult of Chucky a 3.5 out of 5. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.